Hi, this is Karen Fabian with Bare Bones Yoga. Today I thought I would walk you through how to do twisting triangle. Twisting triangle is an amazing posture that not only twists the middle of our body, which can massage your internal organs and give them fresh blood and oxygen, but it also tones your core and teaches you how to ground into your foundation to create stability from which you can then create a twisting motion in your torso. It opens up the chest and shoulders and is a really powerful posture. In the scope of postures that you do in a typical yoga class, it might be considered a little bit more advanced, but it's still one of the essential postures that you find in an hour or a 90-minute flow. Let me show you how it goes. Okay, Bailey, come on. She loves to be on the yoga mat. All right, so we'll go into twisting triangle from downward facing dog. So starting from downward facing dog, I'll do it on the left side so that you can see a little bit more clearly. Stepping your left foot forward, come up first into warrior one. Now notice in warrior one, your setup at the foundation is heel to heel. So just take a look down and make sure that your front heel is in line with your back heel. And then take a moment to center your hips forward and realize that the longer the distance from front to back in your feet, with your feet, the more challenging it will be to twist. So if you're newer to twisting triangle, or if you feel a little tight in the hamstrings or the midsection, it might be better to step in closer. Once you find a position for your back foot that allows you to root down through your back heel, take a block and put it on the inside of your front foot. Now, even if you're somebody that doesn't really like to use blocks or doesn't typically use them in your practice, for this demonstration, I'd like you to try to use one and see how it changes your experience of the posture. Bringing the block towards the middle, and notice you can set it on the long side or the short side, depending on how much height you want. So I'll set it up pretty high to start out. Take your right hand and place it on the block. And notice that the wrist is set up under the shoulder. It's not in front or out to the side or behind. You want to create alignment of the joints so that you have a solid base from which to push away from and create the twist. Notice also that as I set up on the block, I reroute through my feet and I just make a mental note of how stable I feel. Before I add anything else, any twisting motion, I might adjust my feet if I don't feel stable. Once I press firmly through the feet and press firmly through the right arm, I begin to push my hips back and then from that stability create the rotation. Taking the left hip back and reaching the arm up. From the other side, with the right foot forward and the left foot back, again, the block goes underneath the shoulder so that there's a stacking of the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist. Taking a moment to root firmly through the feet, press down through the arm, and then push back through the hips. You'll notice that sometimes your right hip on this side might come forward. Push that hip back, create foundation, and then rotation. Take several deep breaths here, and then release. One of the things that can happen in twisting triangle is your spine can drop down so that your spine is not parallel with the floor. That would look something like this. We want to create a lift up so that the spine is parallel and therefore can stretch really long. That's why a block can be helpful to lift the spine up, or you could put your hand on your shin, although that's not as stable. Again, pressing down, pressing back, inhaling, reaching up, relaxing the upper shoulder down the back. If it bothers your neck to look up, you can always look to the side or look down. And if you feel, as I do right now, that your lower heel or your back heel is lifting up off the ground, that's okay. Just try to keep that back leg squeezing straight. Take a big breath in, and on the exhale, twist. and then release. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. So that's a demonstration of twisting triangle. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions, please visit my website, barebonesyoga.com, and send me an email. Those are emails I love to get. Namaste.